While Tony is talking to Jill Stein on the phone, I will introduce our next speaker. Our next speaker is Dave Fisher. Dave has had a varied career in many things, including journalism, food. These days he's doing some amazing radio work on Coalition Radio. But several years ago, he ran for mayor in Woonsocket. And he ran as a Green Party candidate. He was the second person to run for mayor in Rhode Island as a Green Party candidate. Unfortunately, I was the first. He's going to be talking to us about the power of local elections. Dave.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I would like to thank the Green Party of Rhode Island, first and foremost, and Tony Affini for allowing me the opportunity to speak to you today. Second, I really want to thank Sherry, Nick, and Peter Nightingale for the amazing work that they do fighting natural gas industry here. They put their livelihoods on the line every single day to do this, and it's yeoman's work that they're doing. I'm going to bring up my notes on my phone here. I thank Jill that she's not here, so we'll give her a round of applause when she gets in here. Some of you may know, at least one of you knows, that I was the campaign manager for Abel Collins in the waning days of his campaign in 2012. What you may not know is that, largely spurred by that experience, I did run for mayor of the city of Woonsocket in 2013. Unfortunately, I did not make the cut in the city's nonpartisan primary election. But that said, I'm not here to talk to you about the seeming defeat that I suffered, but instead the many personal and political successes that I accumulated along the way. Success number one, I got to know my community geographically and personally. My team and I walked dead-end streets and cul-de-sacs that I had never been down before, and I now have a better understanding of how to get around my community than most taxi drivers. And I know more of the people that make Woonsocket a great place to live, and quite a few that are holding the city back. Success number two, our campaign garnered 12% of the vote while being outspent by our opponents on a 20-to-1 scale. A total of 4,161 votes were cast in the primary election, and we took 486. Both of the candidates moved on to the general election, courted our campaign for an endorsement after the primary, but after conferring with my supporters, we decided we had earned those votes, and we'd be damned before sloughing them off to any candidate in a display of lesser of two evilism. Success number three, we changed the conversation, and I mean literally. In the City Council candidate forum following the mayoral primary, I heard words from our platform fall from the lips of potential city councilors. Since then, the City Council has passed a resolution to hire a full-time grant writer, which was one of my platform points. And the mayor has announced that the city's streetlights will be phased into high-efficiency LED bulbs over the next few years, efficiency in the city's infrastructure being another of my platform points. I wanted to highlight these successes today because as of late we're seeing more and more of these incremental successes as a result of the direct actions of fossil-free Rhode Island and FANG, particularly in the area of natural gas capacity expansion in New England. And I think that we have to reimagine our fielding and support of Green Party candidates in the same terms. There are many parallels to be drawn between direct actions and campaigning for office. Whether you're a protester or a politician, you need supporters. While a protest of one is an effective way to make a statement, supporters are the difference between effectively making a statement and making a statement effective. In a campaign for office, supporters make the difference between being asked for an endorsement and becoming a political footnote. Without my team on the ground, I don't think we would have garnered a tenth of the public support that we did for my mayoral campaign. Another similarity between protesting and politicking is in how we paint our opponents. Protesting the corporations that are threatening life as we know it, we color our opponents as faceless, heartless organizations that prioritize profits over public good. When defining our political opponents, we should take the same approach. For the most part, those in positions of power are so far removed from the plight of average Americans that they make it difficult not to portray them as simply mongers of perceived power to the detriment of real progressive policy. One of the most important aspects of protest and politics is offering an alternative vision. When we protest the expansion of fossil fuel extraction and combustion, we point to solar, wind, tidal, organic digestion, and geothermal energy sources. In politics, we offer an alternative in the form of a platform. Sometimes this platform is founded on general ideas, but more often than not, it's aimed at specific policy decisions by incumbents or policy priorities that have been overlooked by those in office. I draw these similarities for a reason. We need to display the same passion for our green candidates as we display for our green causes. We need to channel the same level of energy, the same passion into organizing campaigns as we do into organizing protests and direct actions. Rhode Island's size works to our advantage. In the 2016 presidential campaign, we have a distinct opportunity for our party to get official status with the state. We're one of the few states where the number of unaffiliated voters outweighs the number of registered Democrats and Republicans combined. So we need to get as many boots on the ground in a grassroots, door-to-door campaign for Jill Stein and any other Green Party member that decides to participate in the direct action of a run for public office. In a best-case scenario, Jill Stein wins Rhode Island. But in any scenario, a mere 5% of the vote for a Green presidential candidate gets us recognized by the state as an official party. So let's make that our short-term goal. In order to do that, we need to hit all of the notes that I just mentioned. We need support. We need to call out our opponents for the failed policies of the past. We need to offer an alternative vision for the future of our state and country. And most importantly, we need to channel the same commitment, energy, and passion into the Jill Stein campaign as we do into our protest and direct actions. It's been 10 years since our party was recognized by the state. Let's make 2016 the year that we break that cycle. Thank you.